Welcome to Shom Machshava on the Daf. Shir sponsor Lui Nishmas Haim B'Yakashom Le'Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding Avoda Zara Daf Tezvov. The Gemara throughout the Daf speaks about the issue, the issur of using an animal on Shabbos. As the Gemara defines it in Amud Beis, Adam mitzuve al shvitas behemsoi b'Shabbos. Adam is mitzuve, has in order to have his animal have a shvisa on Shabbos. Now there's a fascinating chakira of the Achronim. How do we understand the Shvitas Behema on Shabbos? The pshat is that an owner, as an owner, the same way a Yid is mitzvah on himself not to do melach on Shabbos, so he needs to make sure that his animals don't make melach on Shabbos. But it's because of the owner, not because of the animal. Or the definition of the issur of the Torah is that the animal has a chiyuv shviso. It's a din on the animal. The animal cannot do a melach on Shabbos. It's not a din on the owner, it's a din on the animal. That an animal that belongs to a Jew cannot do melach on Shabbos. This is a chakira that's mentioned in the Shoylu Meishiv Kamach Gimel Siman Samach Daled and the Sameach and Shabbos Perek Chafei Aloch Chavov. And they both machriya that it's a din on the animal. It's not a din on the owner, it's a din on the animal. The Shari Yosher brings a clear raya from our sugya. Because the Gemara in Amud Aleph has a whole shaka of itayo. The schirus and she'el are koine or not koine. If they're koine, so the goy could use it on Shabbos. If it's not koine, so then the goy cannot use the animal on Shabbos. As the Shari Yosher, but we know throughout Shas there's a concept called kinyan perus. And it's a big machlokes. Kinyan perus is kinyan aguf or not. Someone does not own the actual item, but can use it for its fruits, for its benefit. Is he considered to be an owner or not? He wants to say that by schirus and she'ela, by renting and borrowing, it's not even a kinyan perus. It's maybe even less than kinyan perus. So ask the Shah Yoshe, what's Shah? That throughout Shas we speak about kinyan perus. We say there's a mandoma that says kinyan perus is not considered to be you're an owner. Kinyan perus maybe is lavke kinyan aguf. And here in our sugya, the Gemara wants to say that she'ela and schirus will make a person an owner regarding all the things that we mentioned in Amud Aleph, regarding Shabbos, if the goy can use it on Shabbos, regarding truma, who's the owner to be mach of the animal truma, and regarding Avoda Zara to put it into our house. Says of Shimon Shkop, what's shot that here we have a tzad to say that that's enough to be an owner when we throughout Shas we hold that maybe kinyan perus not kinyan aguf. Says the Shimon Shkop, you see from here, there's a big difference between these three subjects that we talk about in our daf and the usual kinyan perus that we talk about. Usually we talk about regarding the owner. Who is the owner? How is the owner connected to this item? So we're saying if somebody has only kinyan perus, he owns only the benefit, only the produce that comes out of this item, maybe he's not considered to be an owner. It's regarding the relationship of the owner to the item. But here we talk about the item itself. The item itself, in Shabbos, the animal needs to do shvisa. The animal itself, can the animal eat truma? Can the house have a Zara in it? It's not a din on the owner, it's the din on the item. Just the definition of the item that has an issur is an item that belongs to a Jew. An animal that belongs to a Yisrael cannot do melach on Shabbos. An animal that belongs to a Yisrael cannot eat truma. And obviously a house that belongs to Yisrael cannot have Avoda Zara in it. So the definition of the item depends who the owner is, but it's the din on the item. So therefore we're saying if someone has an ownership through schirus, through she'ela, maybe now this item is considered to be belonging to him to give the dinim, to give the halachas on the item. So it says of Shimon Shkop, from our sugi you see that we're not treating this like a regular ownership. We're treating this as a din on the animal. And we talk about regarding Shabbos specifically, the din of Hilchos Shabbos is that the animal needs to be shoyvis on Shabbos. And Lamai said this is a meferish and mechilto. The Chazal tells us in the mechilto the following. It says in the pasuk in Parashat Mishpatim, "Leman yanuach shoycho v'chamorecho." So says the Medrash, the shor and the chamor have to rest on Shabbos. But could they eat grass on Shabbos? Or they're not allowed to be toilish grass on Shabbos? So the Medrash dashes with the pasuk that an animal is allowed to eat grass on Shabbos. Why? Because the Torah says Leman yanuach. Says the Medrash, if you don't allow the animal to eat grass on Shabbos, ein zenayich el atzar. It's not a rest. That's called suffering. So explain the Achronim. This is what the Malbim says over there as well. You see from here that the Torah is focused on the shor, on the animal. The animal needs to rest. The animal needs to have the pleasure of Shabbos. If you lock up the animal, you don't allow her to go eat, you just put her inside a cage, she's not resting. And there's no joy of Shabbos for the animal. And this is the nekuda that we see in our daf. The shvisas habeima that you have in Shabbos is not that the owner cannot make his animals work. Because if so, what do you care if the animal is not enjoying, it doesn't have the pleasure. It's a din of the behemo. The behemos, to a certain extent, is an extension of the Adam, as we spoke about in many shiurim. And the same way there's a din shvisa and menucha on the Adam, there's a din shvisa and menucha on the animal. The tzivoy of Shabbos is on the animal as well. This is the big chiddush that we learn from our sugya. Anyone who wants to join Shomachshava email list to Hotzako, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.